Yo guys, I'm HP, this is Dr. Pink. Today's topic is smooth jazz, blues guitar chords. What are we talking about today? I'll show you. And so on and so on. You know, guys, if you want to learn jazz, I remember, or about thinking about learning jazz, I remember my own teacher when I was learning jazz, and the first 6 months at least, one of the main topics was jazz blues, because all you know or you learn in jazz blues about whatever you do there is the basis of any other jazz improvisation. That's why jazz blues is really a very important part of learning jazz on guitar. Also rhythm changes, but today we're going to talk about jazz blues. So we really need to pay attention now how we play some of the really cool and smooth chords on a jazz blues. And traditionally jazz blues is in the key of F, sometimes in the key of B flat, but that these are the two main keys. So and the form normally is 4 bars F, or we skip the quick change now, 2 bars B flat, 1 bar F7, 1 bar D7, G minor 7, C7, and then a turnaround at the end. So that will be the jazz form. We're going to check out the really cool chords and also how to make them sound really smooth. So let's get started. The chords we're talking about today are quite easy to grab, but to make them sound really cool, smooth and easy, there are a few tricks you need to know, and we're going to check them out. And I'm going to just show an example, but you can make your own variations out of this. So as I already said, we have 4 bars of F7 at the beginning, and since you mostly have a bass in the band, you don't need to play the bass yourself. So you're playing the chords on the top 4 strings. That's the way jazz chords are normally played, and not, you know, if you play F7. Some people will probably play this one here, but that doesn't really sound cool and smooth. We want to have this one here, which is basically the upper part of F9, sorry. But we don't need to play the bass note, so the chord is quite easy to grab, like this. Now what makes it sound really smooth is the way you make syncopization, you know, the rhythm, and mostly you make rhythm patterns of 2 bars or 1 bar, however. But what works is, let's do an example. So 1, 2, some example, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you also do, to make it sound more interesting, you just slide in chromatically. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. So you go to the E9 and slide in back to F9, and that makes the whole thing sounds really cool. And really 1, 2, always whenever you play jazz, learn the 2/4 feel. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 2/4 feel is what makes you swing really smooth. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and try to play this figure, which is technically really simple to play, you just, you know, but it has to be in groove with 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. When you can do that, you're already pretty much there. We want to have you. Now, you don't play the same figure all the time, so make a variation. Second time we play that, we play the first chord not on 1, we play it on 3. That would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. This little shift in the rhythm makes the whole thing sound really interesting. And as you already noticed, technically it's not hard to do, but mentally that's the main thing you need to train. Get the 2-4 feel and get those syncopizations done right. You know, one, so you know, some chords are long, some chords are short. You can play the first chord short, 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can play it long, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Both works, you know. You can decide your own what you want to do, but if you want to sound it really cool and relaxed, you make a mixture between short chords and long chords, but the syncopization is really important. So now we filled the first 4 bars. I'm going to play with the backing track. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now we move on. Now we have 2 bars of B flat. Now we play this one here. That one is a bit harder to grab. It's a B13. You make a bar in the 6th, middle in the 7th, ring in the 8th. And you just play the 1, 2, 3 from the second time, or opposite, as you wish. These are 2 options we have here. This is a B9 without the bass note. I really love this one and also this one. To make them sound more smooth, you can make this a natural chorus effect. You press against the guitar with your arm and pull away the neck to give this chorus effect. So now let's play the first 6 bars now without backing track. It's probably easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So if you want to do this effect, it's quite a challenge to do everything correct. Good. Now we are in bar number 7, 8. Wait, 4, 6, 7. We're in bar number 7, and here we have F. And we're approaching down to D7, and we make it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're just moving down the chord. If you make the full chord, 1, 2. That's what we're basically doing, but we make it cooler and smoother. We make 1, 2, 3, 4. And now on the D7, we're making an alteration, which is like this. Now you can hear how it would sound with the bass. Quite wild, but that's how it's done. So this is a D7 sharp 9 flat 13. Sounds really complicated, but it's quite easy to grab. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and here we make 1, 2, and 3. So something like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. And now we come into the final stage. Bar number 9, G minor. Here we make a G minor 9. And now we're moving back up over these chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to C13. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Now we make an alteration. And as you notice, the shape of the chords are not changing much, but the position changes and the relation to the bass note. So making really smooth jazz guitar chords from the grabbing side, it's mostly quite simple. These are 2 shapes are missing, but these are the main shapes which are used. But the relative position in the form makes how they sound. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And now we make the final turnaround. With chords we already know, F9 to D7 sharp 9, flat 13 to G minor 9, and to C 9, 13. And here you can see, this is the same chord shape as here. And is also related to C. Here, bass. Here, bass. This is exactly the same shape, but this is a C913 and this is a C sharp 9 flat 13, but same chord shape. That's what I said. So that's really something you need to learn, but the chord shapes are not so hard, but the swinging and the smoothness, that's something which is really important. Now let's play the whole thing together with the backing track. And I hope I don't miss the beginning, because there's only two, it's only 3, 4 count in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2. Again, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. And see, the whole thing works pretty cool. You can take these chord shapes and start to improvise. What I often do is, you know, this, or I play this stuff with finger picking, because, I mean, you could play with a pick, but that's not cool, because you don't get the right sound for this. You know, this sounds more direct and more punchy. But it's up to you. You can do whatever you want. Of course, you don't need to listen to me. So, now you can do any kind of improvisation just with these chords by letting it flow and concentrate on the 2/4 feel. And I'm going to give you an example just with these chords, how you can make it differently. See, that works pretty cool. And if you have the thing together, what you also can do, but just as a outline what we're going to do in the future, you can also make combinations with soloing and the chords, but therefore you really need to have the form. You know, the form of the blues always has to be following whatever you do, and that can be, as I mentioned at the beginning, blues is really an important topic when you want to learn jazz improvisation on guitar, because not because you know it from blues, it's because you learn the way of thinking on one form, and this will help you in a lot of other situations. So what you can do is you make combinations between F minor blues scale and the chords. I'll show you. See, it works pretty cool if you have your things together. Yo guys, that was Smooth Jazz Blues Guitar Chords. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. One more to say about this topic. I already mentioned blues, jazz blues is something really essential and important thing you need to know. You know, you need to get the whole thing into your guts, you know, that you don't need to count anymore, that you just put on the motor 1, 2, 3 for you and start swinging, you know, so 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, and then you can mix it up with other stuff. And this will help you a lot if you want to play any kind of other jazz standards. So really put a lot of time into jazz blues and get this thing, you know, that you don't need to think anything anymore. Yeah, one more to say. I wrote down one version of the smooth jazz blues guitar chords for you guys. It's available in PDF or Guitar Pro, plus this cool backing track in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. Please join there. Please support the work which me and Dr. Pink are doing for the guitar community. Please become a premium member or just share to the world that me and Dr. Pink are existing and trying to help the guitar community to get some joy into their life. Yo, one more to say, that's it. See you guys.